Hello everyone, welcome back to Spectrum Classes. Today in this video, we are going to perform a lab activity related to the conductometric titration of dibasic acid versus strong base. So for this purpose, I have used oxalic acid as a dibasic acid and NaOH as a strong base. So before showing the lab activity, I must tell you the glasswares and the chemicals required for this experiment. So beaker, measuring flask, burette, conical flask, and chemicals required are oxalic acid and NaOH. Conductivity bridge is also required for this purpose. Now I am showing you the setup of the experiment, right? So here in this beaker we have taken solution of oxalic acid, 25 ml oxalic acid solution, and in the burette I have filled NaOH solution. While I am adding the NaOH solution to the oxalic acid, I will record its conductivity value that I will show you in the lab activity. Now before showing you the lab activity, I must tell you the concept of this experiment. So here this is the formula of oxalic acid. Since it is dihydrated, so therefore I have written over here, right? So this oxalic acid COOH, single bond COOH, is having two dissociable protons H and H. These two dissociable protons react with NaOH while we are performing the titration with NaOH. So it dissociates its first proton in one step, and thereafter the second proton in the second step. And in this manner, we can see its dissociation equilibria. So here this reaction shows the first equivalence point here when one H is removed by this sodium. In some of the text you will find COO minus Na plus, right? So this is salt actually. After removal of one proton, this species further dissociates its second proton, this one. And here we are getting disodium oxalate, right? So this is how we are getting the second equivalence point. Now we are going to discuss about the first and second equivalence point. So here the dissociation of second proton is significantly smaller than the first one. Therefore, the equivalence point for the second proton can be written like this. That is pKa1 is less than pKa2. Here some of the students may have a question that if you have written second proton is significantly smaller, then why you have shown it with the greater sign. Yes, you are true. So here P stands for minus log of Ka1. Since minus sign is there, therefore this will be represented by the greater sign. Getting my point? Now we are going to see the lab activity. In the literature it is given that this titration of oxalic acid versus NaOH will gives this kind of graph between conductance and NaOH. And here you can see this kind of graph we will get. This is for the first dissociation and this is for the second dissociation of proton. So here you can see this is sharp and this is very weak, right? So this is how one can relate this. Now we are going to see the lab activity. So here it is 0.1 normal oxalic acid and I have taken 25 ml of this oxalic acid in the measuring cylinder, and I am going to transfer this to the beaker which is previously washed with the same solution, right? And now we are going to check its conductivity value. So here I am just putting the temperature probe and the electrode in the solution, and here is the reading, right? So now I am going to add 0.5 ml and of NaOH to this oxalic acid, and I am going to record the conductance readings. So I continue this experiment, and just to save the time of the video, I have increased the speed of the video 4 times. So here you can see it decreases at first because H plus ions are removed, and now after that it starts increasing. Here you can see the increase in the readings. So here you can see increase in the conductance values. Here you can see the readings which I have taken, and in between we get this kind of solution. Are the conductivity values against the volume of NaOH added to the solution. So 0 without adding any of the NaOH, we are getting this much of value, and after every 0.5 increment we are recording the values, and from there I have drawn the graph. So these are the values as I have shown you in my notebook, and here we are getting this kind of graph. Now we are going to calculate with the help of this graph. From the readings we are having this kind of graph, and if I draw the lines then we get this kind of graph. So if I draw the perpendicular on the x-axis, that is volume of NaOH, then we will get the first equivalence point and the second equivalence point. And we can also determine the volume consumed for the first equivalence point and the second equivalence point. So here it is 8 ml and it is 18 ml. I have also shown this oxalic acid versus pH. This is oxalic acid versus NaOH conductometric titration, right? So you can go and check that also. So now the calculation part. So for calculation we need to calculate the normality of the oxalic acid. So we are using the normality equation, N1V1 is equal to N2V2. So this side, on the left hand side I have put it oxalic acid, and on the right hand side I have put it as NaOH. So volume of NaOH consumed for complete neutralization of oxalic acid is 18 ml, that is at B. And if we calculate the normality, so normality will be equal to 0.112 normal for this oxalic acid, which is quite close to the value observed from the titration, or simply by dissolving the oxalic acid, since it's a primary standard. If we calculate the strength, so normality into equivalent weight of oxalic acid, which is 63. Now you may have a question, COOH oxalic acid is having some different molecular weight, so it is with dihydrated molecules, right? So 63, and on multiplication we will get this much grams per liter. So I hope you find this video helpful. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you all. Thanks for watching.